Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole and thank you for once again joining me here on the mat. Today I'm going to do some back work. One of the most common things when I ask people what they want to work on is the back. I think there's some crazy number, like 80% of Americans experience back pain. So we're going to stretch out the back and we're also going to work on strengthening it. And the back being an essential part of our core, the stronger it is, the stronger our overall yoga practice is. So one of my favorite poses to start in for back work is child's pose. We'll come onto the mat. Knees could be together, or knees could be apart, torso drop between. We do want forehead on the mat. Palms to the mat, elbows can be down. I'm going to lift up my head just so you can hear me. But this pose offers a nice rounding in the back, helps open up the spine and relax the shoulders. The connection of forehead to mat is said to be grounding. So we want to really work on releasing tension because sometimes child's pose isn't comfortable for everybody. So we want to soften into this posture and of course focus on our breathing. And as you begin to use the breath to clear out thoughts, maybe setting an intention for your practice. Next inhale, I want you to press the palms, fingers spread. We'll come into that very neutral tabletop, and we'll take our cats and cows, a nice spine opener. The inhale is lifting chest, chin, hips. The exhale is rounding back. So we're opening up our spine for our practice, and we're connecting breath with movement. We can slow the breathing down and go deeper into each pose. Alright, next time you exhale, I want you to come back to neutral table. Fingers spread, spine long, and hit the softness in elbows so we're never hyperextending. We'll open up the front of the back, or I should say the back of the shoulders first. Inhale, right fingers up. Bring those right fingers as far as they'll go, and take your right temple to the mat. I'll turn and face. So my right fingers are on the mat. My left hand could be right here under left shoulder. It could walk to the front. It could come to the back for a little half bind. Big opening in the back of the right shoulder. Let's bring the left hand back under the left shoulder. We'll inhale, right hand up, big reach. And give your wrist a couple rolls here. And then we'll plant. So the same thing on the left. We're going to inhale, left hand up. And then we're going to reach. Once again, I'll turn and face. So you want your right temple or your left temple on the mat. Deciding what variation to take with the right hand. Right hand comes to mat. We'll sweep left up. Roll. And plant. Fingers spread. Then we'll curl our toes. We'll lift our seat and we'll come into our first downward facing dog. Taking some petals. We'll open up the backs of the legs. We open up the front of the shoulders. I want you to press back. Ready for a little challenge? We're going to drop our seat, take our shoulders over our wrists. High plank. Front, of course, strengthener. Might have to make small adjustments of hands and knees. If high plank's new to you, just lower your knees, uncurl your toes. This half high plank is a really fantastic place to build strength in the core and in the arms. Nice soft elbows. Let's lower down, elbows in at the ribs as we do. Chin down. Let's inhale up to a cobra. Almost no help from our hands. They could lift off. Maybe we'll press them in about 10%. Strong backs. Lower chin. Curl toes. Lift the seat. And take some petals. Let's walk the toes in towards the hands. Come into a forward fold. Head's gonna hang. Let's grab elbows. Give the torso a little swish. Shake out the head. A really nice back release here. Release the elbows. Take a roll up to standing. Head the last thing to come up. We'll stand up tall when we get there. Our mountain pose, grounding through the feet, softening knees. Let's inhale, sweep hands overhead, and sit into that invisible chair. Weights in the heels, little lift in the chest. We're going to open back and strengthen core at the same time. Bring hands heart center, and inhale the chest forward. Exhale, a twist to the right. So you're going to hook your left elbow outside of your knee, press through your palms, engage your core. You want your knees together. You don't want that left peeking in front of right. If this doesn't work for your body, you can always take your arm straight and use your forearm to press in. We're trying to bring our chest parallel to the wall to our right. You can open up arms and even bigger twist, a bigger release in the back. Keep engaging that core. Close up those arms. Inhale, pull it center. Sit into a chair. A little bit of a leg workout here too. Hand center. Inhale forward. Exhale your twist to the left. Either pressing into palms or using your forearm. Really working on the twist. If you're pressing palms, trying to broaden the chest. Don't let knee peek out in front. You want them in one line. Core engaged. Option open of arms. Keep focusing on your breath. Close up the hands. Come center, swing hands overhead, take a seat, exhale down to toes. So we just twisted our back to release. Now we're going to relax it open, knees soft, head hanging. I'm going to turn to the side one more time. We'll drop. We'll inhale up halfway lift. We've taken this pose before. A nice long spine, like you're trying to get your back parallel to the ceiling. A little softness in the knees. This is a big back strengthener. Hands to mat. Another one of those modified high planks. So step back. See the way my shoulders are over my wrists. Drop knees, uncurl toes. Here's your half plank. It's a fantastic place to build strength. A hint of softness in the elbows. Feel the belly button pull into spine. We're going to lower. Palms right under shoulders. Let's inhale up again, cobra, using mostly just the strength of our back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Take your arms by your sides, bend your feet, your knees, and windshield wiper your feet side to side. All right, here's our big back strengthener. Toes to the mat, chin or forehead to mat, arms by the sides. We're going to take what's called a locust pose. We'll take 2 half locusts first, then the full thing. We'll start with the lower body. So what we're going to do is exhale completely. And on an inhale, we'll lift just the legs off the mat using the strength of the back. I'm going to kiss your heels together. Strong back, strong seat. Keep focusing on the breath. Every inhale, allowing those legs to come up higher. Every exhale, you're finding length in the spine. One more round of breath. Let those toes come down. Arms back by the sides, bend in knee. Windshield wiper releases back. Now a passive little hip stretch. You're going to take your left cheek to the mat. You want your right elbow in line with your shoulder, your right wrist in line with your elbow. And then you're going to make a right angle with your leg. So knee in line with hip, ankle with knee. This is our half crocodile. Just the weight of gravity opening up the inside hip. Sometimes back pain requires a little hip opening. This is also a nice place to check in with breath and intention. Alright, take your right foot in line with your left. Chin or forehead comes back to the mat, arms to the side. A second half locust, this time just the upper part of the body. Exhale. Inhale up. Just the chest, just the chin. Arms by the sides. Strong back here. Remember, exhales lengthen the spine. Inhales bring you up even higher. Legs are just resting on the mat. One more inhale. Come on down. Bend. Windshield wiper. And drop those feet. So again, 2 right angles, this time on the left side, alternate face. Right cheek to the mat, arms like goalposts, sliding the left knee into that right angle position in line with hip. focus coming to breath, thoughts clearing out. Take your left foot in line with right, chin or forehead down. Are you ready for the full locust? You may have guessed it, everything but the hips are going to come off the mat. So we'll exhale, and on an inhale we'll float. Legs, chest, chin, we'll kiss those heels together. Strong backs. This time you might really feel how the exhales lengthen the spine, not lower, lengthen. And the inhales bring you up even higher. One more round. Exhale down, palms under the shoulders. Inhale, press up through a table and back to child's pose where we started our practice. Now you might really notice the opening effects in the spine, forehead down. Inhale up to table, fingers spread. Let's roll onto a hip so we can swing onto our seat. So I want you to come into a wide V. Doesn't matter how wide your V is, we are going to work the insides of our hips. We just started to in that half crocodile pose. Now we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to inhale, lengthen to the spine, and just hinge a little walk forward. Inhale, length. Exhale, hinge. That way we get a little low back stretch and top of this hip stretch. Inhale, walk up. Stack the vertebra. Guide the knees together. Being mindful, hips might be a bit tender. Bend. Hands by the side. A little windshield wiper to release the hips. Alright, let's plant the soles. Let's keep our legs long. Actually, let's keep the knees bent and the soles planted. Let's come onto our backs and feel the whole length of the spine release. Low back relaxing into the mat. For a deeper stretch, we'll take our feet to the edges of the mat and let our knees fall in together. Take the knees apart. Bring the toes back center. And bring the soles together, let the knees fall apart, a reclined butterfly. We are working into our hips, and the closer you bring your heels, the more intense this hip stretch will be. We're also noticing the way the low back arcs off the mat, kind of a deep stretch. Then we'll return our focus to our breath. We'll relax our jaws and our eyes. Guide the knees together. Plant the soles. Bring the knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. Take a little rock. Giving your low back a massage. We're going to take a deeper low back stretch. One more for the hips. We're going to reach our toes to the ceiling. We're going to drop our knees to the ribs and grab either the outsides or the insides of the feet, or the ankles if that's more accessible for you. Most importantly, our tailbones pressed to the mat. Our back is flat. You could take a rock for another massage in our happy baby pose. Release the feet. Bring the knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Send the legs long. We're going to bring the palms of our hands to the mat. I like to sit on the backs of my hands for fish pose. Some people prefer to have their hands very near their seat, so personal preference. We're going to inhale, come up to our elbows. So the chest is high, sort of like we're lounging at the beach. We're going to walk our elbows together just a bit, open our throat to the ceiling, and our eyes will actually start to look at the wall behind us. It's like we're trying to touch the crown of our head to the mat, though it doesn't have to happen. Fish pose, one of my favorite stretches for the chest. A nice release for the upper back. Inhale, look up. Come off the elbows. Once again, give the knees a little squeeze. Take a little rock. And then plant the soles. We're going to end like we so often do with our reclined pigeons. Great for back because it's a really nice sciatica stretch. Right ankle, left knee, figure 4, pull towards you. Relaxing shoulders and jaw, feeling hip release and focusing on breath. You keep holding this pose. I'm going to turn around really quick. A good place to focus on breath and to clear thoughts. We're going to go right from this hip opener to an ending twist. One of my favorites is to let this whole figure 4 fall to the left. So the left leg keeping that right ankle shape plants, the right foot plants, the shoulders stay on the mat. One of my favorite stretches for the hips and low back. If this isn't comfortable for you, no worries. You can cross right over left. Still a pretty intense stretch for the low back. Or you could uncross and take a knees together twist. You always have these options, finding the one that's best for your body. And of course, you could face the ceiling, or you could look to the right if it feels good in your neck. Bring the head center. Bring the legs center. Uncross them if you need. Tuck the knees into the chest. Take another rock. Plant the soles. Place the left on the right knee. So setting up those reclined pigeons one more time, interlacing either behind the right hamstring or on top of the right shin if you're looking to go deeper. Relaxing the upper body, the muscles in the face, and just focusing on breathing. Here, just 2 more rounds of breath. Then we'll exhale, let that figure 4 fall to the right, knowing that you can keep that sort of pigeon pose legs. You could cross left over, or you could uncross and take a knee together twist. Whichever pose feels better in your body. And of course, you have the option of looking left, but only if it feels good in your neck. Face the ceiling if it doesn't. Inhale, head center, legs come center, uncross them if need be. Take a massaging rock. And really squeeze those knees down, stretching low back one more time before we head into our Savasana. Wrists and ankles rolling open. Eyes, jaws, muscles in face completely relaxed. We're turning our entire body off and falling deeper into the mat. Focus is on breath, present moment, intention. Let's inhale a deep breath to come out of Savasana. Bring a little movement, fingers, toes. Roll out, wrists, ankles. Drop right ear to shoulder. Then left. We'll reach the fingers. We'll reach the toes. We'll roll to the right. We'll pause on the bicep. And then we'll press up to easy seat. And yogis, as always, thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.